Hello lovelies, how are you all doing today? I hope you are well. I'm just finishing getting changed for the garden. Oh boy, I need it. I absolutely need this outside time. I've had one of those mornings that I really don't enjoy. Phone, websites, portals, going around and around in circles and getting nowhere, and then getting fed up. So, you know, trying to find a phone number, finding a phone number, being on hold for I don't know how long. I think it's gone 1 o'clock now. I would far rather do all these kind of things. I'm not very good with the phone, I don't think, unless it's to a really good friend. I would far prefer to do any of this kind of interacting with people in person, you know. Then I can read their body language, my interlocutor can read my body language. Anyway, this morning it's all been about the windows, and I've now got, I think I've got 3 companies coming in to quote for me. Good. I know it's going to be a huge chunk of money. I'm sort of prepared for that. I bought below budget. The thing was, I either had to buy somewhere perfect in budget, that was impossible, or buy below budget and get a doer-upper, like this gaff. So that's all booked. But the thing that's been, it's just sort of almost impossible to ascertain is this thing of planning permission. I've done a survey of my street. There are 12 of us, and 3/4 of the street has already had their windows replaced, and most of them are not wood, and about half of them aren't even traditional sashes like I have here. And I want to replace like for like. I want my sashes. Yeah, so anyway, I've put a load of feelers out, but it's done my head in. So I'm just going to go into the garden for a couple of hours or so to clear my head of all that and then get back to work. And on the way to the garden, I actually had a thought about the back door too. Yeah, let's go and have a look at that. Oh, and what's great is I've had a wonderful gift arrive from the lovely Joanne. A washing line, yay! That one from my mum never did turn up. She got a refund, done. So I've got a washing line to play with. Yeah, let's go and sort the washing line out. And hopefully my little hole in the patio is big enough. Come on, let's go in the garden and play. I need to play for a couple of hours. This is my back door. All the way down. Yes, I know there's a cat flap. No, I'm not getting a cat. I've just put a note on it to remind me. So you can see it actually opens with the hinges on the left. So when it's open, hello compost, if I'm looking out of my back door, it sort of cuts off. I can't see the garden. So that note is to remind myself, when the back door gets replaced, I want to have the hinges on the right. The door can open to the wall, and then I can put a little like a shutter dog. I can put a shutter dog on the wall to hold the door that way, and then that'll be open to the garden. I might put a little rail, little banister here. But yes, I think that would be a nice improvement. The door itself, you might think, why are you replacing it? It's, you know, it's solid. Something somewhere has dropped, and it's really hard to open and close in terms of the lock. So yeah, that needs doing. Right, let's get out there and first of all, let's play with this washing line. You see, my neighbours have got their washing out. It's a beautiful day. Look at that, it's a gorgeous day. Oh, I hope this works. I keep getting an error thing on my camera. I don't know, it's like I don't know. It's one of those days. Anyway, I was just, you know, showing you the door from the outside. Let me open it. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me to open that way. Can't see in, have it open against the wall, little shutter dog to hold it open, and then from my steps, if the door is on the other side, it means even from inside, let's say it's raining but I want to have the window open, fresh air in, I will be able to see, yeah, pretty much that much. Whereas at the moment I can see my hand is being the door, that's what I get to see. So yeah, moving it I think will be a very good option. It needs replacing anyway, so while I'm at it, let's replace it. No sign of any little seedlings up yet. Oh, indoors, the tomatoes are showing. I mean, it's so late. Oh, no, I lie. What are you? That's a little chard. Oh, the sun's too bright. There we go. If I create shade, you can see it's a little bit of chard showing. Any of the Coco de Pampo? No. I did some extra sowings the other day. This is all kale cavolo nero. People tell me off pronunciation, or Nero di Toscana. Some dazzling blue kale and some purple sprouting, and then that's some nasturtiums. I just thought, let me just come and sit a second. I mean, fanning around with the camera, it's done me up like a kipper. Right, yes, everything's gone in really late, but I had the seed anyway, so, you know, give it a go. And what I was thinking, say, with the kale, I've often talked about this wonderful aspect of Cavallonero is that it's tall and skinny, and I could even fit a few into the front garden if I ever get that garden cleared. I'll be doing this next, clearing this little section, bluebells and this sort of the pernicious perennial weeds. At the moment, honestly, it all feels a bit overwhelming. Not just the garden. Oh, dandelion head can come off. But do you remember I was mentioning, and some of them are about to bloom. Can I, hold on, got to move things out of the way a bit. I mentioned Cosmos. Look, that one's about to do something. So as I'm weeding, and then there's some more there. As I'm weeding, I'll go very gently around the Cosmos. But yeah, every now and again it feels a little bit daunting. Let me see what I'm doing with my foot. A bit daunting and a bit overwhelming, all of this. And in just the 3 weeks since I've been here, 3.5 weeks, look what's happened to the ivy. I mean, it's just everywhere. Talking about daunting and overwhelming, I don't just mean the garden. I mean, you know, everything. There's so much to do here. Sun and shade issues. I love it. That means we're outside again. Yeah, there's so much to do. But I mean, I'm not saying any of this as a, oh gosh, I've just pressed the Zoom by accident. I'm really struggling with this camera today. I'm not saying any of it as a complaint. Obviously not. I'm delighted. I'm deliriously happy to be here. It's just every now and again there's that surge of, oh my gosh, there's so much to do on my own. It's a little bit bonkers. So I just keep sort of getting my pads of paper out and saying, okay, what's the big job? For example, you know, the back garden. Back garden, that's the title of the list. Break it down into all the little jobs and just try to get one of those jobs done. So for instance, at the moment, my focus is just try and get this main bed cleared of weeds. Great. With the building, I won't even go into the building. With my flat, the windows, just try and get that at least underway. That's the way to do it. Just little bite-sized pieces, or they're quite big bite sizes, but at least just think about one thing at a time rather than thinking about everything. Because thinking about everything, yeah, it's mad and scary. Right. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on and play. See if this washing line will fit into the hole that's already in my patio. Yay! Come on. Right then. Oh. I didn't bring any scissors out for the tape. Never mind. Just get it ripped open. It's such a beautiful day, but it's reminding me of the old days on the plot, and I have to think about where the sun is in terms of brightness and shade. Right, where's your bottom? Where's your instructions? Have I got anything sharp? Oh, I've got my pretend bridle that I was using the other day. Don't rip the line. That's the line. Thank you, Joanne. Saved me. Right, which way up? There's no distractions. Oh, there are distractions. And a cover. But I guess throughout the summer I can just leave it here, surely. Upper section, lower section, ground stake. Ah, oh gosh, that's big. So that's what I've got to get into the ground. Cover. Did you hear the train? Woo-hoo. I don't know if I'll be able to do this today. There is a hole already. Oh. Maybe it needs a wallop. I'm going to go and get a hammer. And then I need some wood to protect the metal. Give me a tick. Slightly on the wonk. The hole that's there is through a bit of plastic tube. It's concreted in, but there's earth at the bottom to go into. Yep, and that'll do. Gorgeous day. Maybe I should be on the beach. Oh, I do need scissors. That cable tie. I hate cable ties. Right, let me get some scissors. I don't know where my head's at today. Never mind. I don't know if the sound picks up on camera, but I can hear jet skis in the bay. And it's very distracting. Not that I want to be on a jet ski, I don't, but it's just that audio reminder of the fun there is to be had 200 metres that way. So presumably, does that come off? Let's see what it says. Pull to remove and discard before use. Oh, it's quite heavy. So there's a little sticky out bit. There we go. Woo. Right. What I might do, I don't have anything to hand, but I could fashion this wood this wood I was just using to hammer the stake in, just using the wood to protect the metal. This is actually what's holding my old sofa. I'm still on the old sofa. This is what's holding the cushions up. It's so collapsed. What I could do is just fashion a little wedge from the wood and get it stuffed down inside this tube. It's got a slight wibble wobble to it. Maybe that's a good thing though, a bit of give in the wind. Keep that. Now, how easy are you to operate? Gordon Bennett. I've got to push that up. Gordon Bennett. Have I not released something? I can't get that up. Oh, maybe if I do... Okay, it's doing it for itself. Oh, all my wire's going to be strangling myself. And then how does it stop? There must be a... Is there a catch? Oh, there it is. Oh! Decapitation by washing line. Okay. So there's 3 little logs there. I guess if I keep pushing and pushing, it's quite hard work, it'll make the line more tense. Oh! Yeah. Fab. Twirl! So I purposely made sure that it was a twirly one, so that when the wind hits it, it can just blow around rather than acting like a big sail, catching and going over. Oh, Joe, thank you, I'm so happy. Right, let's go do some washing. Actually, I don't need to do any washing. Oh, ow. I caught up with all my washing a couple of days ago and used the old clothes horse out here. Fab. Right, how easy is it to close? Oh. Get out of its way. And then, like that. And then I suppose one could get, where's that little bit of Velcro? Do like that. And then put the sleeve on. I think though that, let's have a look a bit closer, have a look. What I was about to say was, it should be easy enough to just pop on and pop off, and I can put the majority of it in the shed when it's not in use. I mean, it's not the most beautiful thing to have in the garden all the time. It'll be beautiful with washing on, but not when it's not in use. Pop it in the shed. But then, of course, I've got that stick sticking out of the ground, which is, for me with my dyspraxia, that's asking for trouble. So I might have to, you know that bit of curtain pole that I haven't used? Not curtain pole, the one that was a broom handle that then became my towel rail that I was going to use as a curtain pole, but I'm not now in the scullery. I could put that in there, and what I could do is sew a little flag to put on the top of it. Maybe I should sew a skull and crossbones flag, just giving myself more work, just to have in there when the washing line isn't, so that I'm always mindful of that thing sticking up out of the ground. Now, in terms of details, this isn't a promotion at all. So Joanne sent me the money, and then I chose, because Joanne lives overseas, so I chose, and I went, I got it via B&Q. Delivery was so quick, it was brilliant. I think it was 2 days. This one is called the Caprican. Caprican. It's the 4-arm 50-metre powder coated rotary airer. So I'll see how I get on with it. The reason I'm mentioning all this is because when I was online, oh my goodness, I looked at so many of these things, ranging in price from 20 quid to 200. There's a famous brand, Brabantia. Some of you may have the kitchen bin is a Brabantia. They're a good name when I was looking at them first, but so many of the reviews were awful. People talking about, and not just for Brabantia, across the board with these rotary washing lines. So many people seem to say, my previous one lasted 20 years, I've just bought a new one, it lasted 2 weeks. The issue seemed to be that they bent in high wind. There were so many where it doesn't actually swing in the wind, so the wind hits it and it can't move, and so that's smashing it. So I'll see how I get on with this one, and hopefully it'll be good. Mid-price range, hopefully it'll be good, and then any of you who are thinking about replacing yours soon, you can just see how mine goes and hopefully it doesn't break in 2 weeks. I can't wait to have sheets flapping on the line. Right, what's next out here? Yes, let's go to the gate. Anybody home? I've come calling. My sweet little gate. There's a problem with it though. I was going to oil it. Maybe a squeaky gate's not a bad thing. No one would come down here, it's completely private. I'm going to give it a little oil. Good old WD-40. I love the fact that the bolt goes straight into the stone. There's a hole drilled in the stone. Right, let's pop a bit on. I love the hinge as well. It's a proper old gate hinge of, I can't remember what it's called, pin and something, but the hinge is like on the, coming out of the wall, it's like that, and then on the gate post, the strap, and then it's sort of, the strap is bent, so it just slots on. I'll give you a closer look, and then you'll know what I mean. Right. That's helped a bit. Has it? Let the oil work in a bit. Oil bolt 2. Now, quite a few people have asked me if I'm going to paint the gate, and I don't think I am for now. I rather love how this sort of green, I suppose algae with age, I'm quite fond of it, and it actually feels surprisingly solid. I thought when I first saw it, I thought, oh, it's going to feel spongy and rotten, but no, it feels really solid. So I'm going to leave it alone for now, and then I think, in years to come, if it starts to, I just want to leave it alone to age gracefully. But if at some point I replace it, then yeah, I probably will paint it. Not sure what colour. I think I love blue. I think of blue here because the sky is so beautifully blue. Possibly. I'm quite traditionalist as well in many ways, and so the other thought would be white. We'll see. Now, where's my sign going to go? Oh, I can't decide. Should it go up there, straddling the planks? Or, you see, the hinge strap comes all the way, it's at halfway. It's a bit over-engineered for a small gate. That's more like a farm gate. So if it went on here, it would be tucked away. Can you see that? I mean, I quite like that too, because it's right next to the bolt. So it's a sort of reminder. Oh, I can't decide. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you decide. We'll have a little vote. next to the bolt or up at the top so you can't miss it? I think that shows my state of mind at the moment. Let me come and show you this, the hinge, because they are really rather lovely bit of old ironmongery. Yeah, I think my indecision is a reflection of my state of mind at the moment, that I'm a bit overwhelmed by everything, that I can't decide whether to, you know, have, let me show you closer, either have it up here, so you see it just as you go out the gate, or tucked, I don't know, I think tucked by the bolt. Anyway, that's for another day. But yeah, look at the I mean, such a simple idea, isn't it? A strap of metal in the forge, and then the end of it is turned around and beaten, but leaving a hole, and then basically sits on a pin. That means, in theory, just lift the whole gate up and off if the bolt wasn't shot. See what I mean? It just shoots through into the wall. Oh, just while we're here as well, I've got to show you this. It's such a beauty. This is one of my wall weeds. This is quite well established here. Look at this. I don't know whether my camera can cope going so close, but this is a little weed called ivy-leaved toadflax. You can see why it's called ivy-leaved. That's its leaf. Let me show you just up the wall. So this ivy is coming back as well. I do need to do something about, about that. Right, also in terms of my little entryway, this is a nasty bit of paving slab, but yeah, I could do with sort of relaying this little section with proper Purbeck stone. Oh, is that a dinosaur footprint? The thing is, whenever you've got Purbeck stone, one's first thought is always, have I got any fossils in it? Have I got a dino footprint? Yes, the stairs, they're fine. Yeah, they're pretty solid. But this lovely little Kenilworth ivy, as I believe you call it in the States. So when I was asking folk to identify via Facebook, it seemed that American friends are calling it Kenilworth ivy and Brits are calling it ivy-leaved toadflax. But look, it's the tiniest little thing. To give you an idea of the scale of that, that's my finger. So it's sweet, teeny little sort of clinging on in that crack for dear life. And this one, and then you can see how it sends out its ivy leaves. It's not quite ivy. Oh, and it won't harm the wall. It doesn't. Its roots won't get so big as to harm the wall. But coming down, then there's quite a bit more of it, and a lovely big clump here. So pretty. You are so pretty, aren't you? Oh, and also in terms of the shed door. Obviously it's got modern hinges on the outside. I'm not going to be painting this either. And what I like, hold on a sec, when I open it, I probably need to get a shotted dog to put in here as well. But I love the patina on this. I was trying to work out how this lock would do. It's been screwed down, screwed in place. I was trying to work out how that would have all worked at one point. But yeah, that is not going to be painted. It's not going to be done up at all. I love it. And actually, that splash of red, it's rather lovely. And my neighbour's, I think, pretty much dead olive tree. Right, I'm going to put the sign on. No, I'm not, because I can't decide, can I? I'm just going to stare at really pretty little flowers a bit longer. No, I need to get on. Right. Oh, I think it needs to go by the bolt. Shall I just get on with it and do it today? Why can I not decide? I think, do you know what it is? I've heard of this phrase before called decision fatigue. And I think that's what it is. I think it's just been too many decisions having to be made. The wood pigeons here are crazy plump and noisy. Where are they hanging out? Oh, there you are. But yeah, they're very, very plump, very healthy. That's a lovely another bit of wall, isn't it? Right, enough of that. I need to get on. It's really slow work, but I'd rather go slowly and be thorough now than rush it and regret it later, when basically all of this material that I'm taking out all comes back. And this is what I'm after. Oh, yes, apart from anything else, I've got 2 baddies in there. Hold on, let's separate you a second. So, Spanish bluebell bulbs, no thank you. Dispose of, and then all the green matter. So I'm putting all the green material in my basket, and it can compost. But then this one, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a creeping buttercup. I don't know, I can't remember, but you can see that root. It's sprouted here. So at some point, a previous person has weeded, they've yanked those out but left that in, and that's what sprouted. So I compost the leaves, the root gets destroyed. Bulbs. So yeah, it might be, I feel like it's a funny position. I don't know, I'll stand to lever it up a bit. Just to, all I want to do, tip you down a bit. Ooh, tip you down a lot. Sorry, the stand wasn't fixed. Yeah, I'm just trying to sort of loosen the soil, but without actually, I'm trying really hard not to. Oh, this is so tricky. The light. God, come hither, wench. Yeah, I'm trying to loosen the soil, but without actually breaking any of the roots, so that then I can just gently get my fingers in. Oh, you see, let me show you. Just really gently. I don't want any snappage. Oh, snappage, but that was the hair end. So that's what I'm trying to get out, because it will just take over the entire garden. Now, some people I know will love the look of the wildness of the garden. So again, I'll compost just the leaves, making sure it is just the leaves. Would love this kind of wildness, but you know, I want to grow some food, and even if my seeds don't come to anything this year, certainly by next year, and this will all just compete with my food. Actually, it will compete and it will win. So yeah, if you want a wild garden, you know what, good on you, go for it. But I want a combination of food and plants, flowers that I've chosen to have, rather than ones that have just invited themselves. Double checking all the time. I don't want any little bit to escape. A bit just dropped. So you see, when you've got that much green on something, you might not, when you're pulling it out, you might not notice that. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny amount, but if I leave that in, it's a huge big bush before I know it. Anyway, I shall continue. That's why it takes so long. But like I was saying earlier, it's that thing of saying, okay, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's going to take a while. Just try somehow to enjoy the process. And you know, frankly, the enjoyment of the process is the fact that I'm out here in the sunshine, and when I'm not talking to camera, so most of the time I'm not talking to camera, it's just the quietness, listening to the waves if it's a wavy day, the sounds of the steam train, the gulls, all the different birds. There's loads of little house sparrows nearby too. Don't do it sitting down, Vivi. Come on. Think of it as an act of love. We're creating a new garden. Let's do it with love. Let's try and do everything with love. You know, if you think remember back to when your children were really, really little and learning to read, you don't hurry them up, do you? You let them take as long as they need. Well, I'll do that with the weeding. On this gorgeous day. That one I can get from being sat down. Lazy gardener. Okay, leave me to it. Once I've cleared the worst of the bed, doing it this way, I can then go back over the whole thing when it's just all the compost soil, and then sort of fluff it up, get my hands in and go through it with a fine tooth comb again. Yeah, definitely get the worst out initially. Those little odd bits, and they'll all be brand new plants in 2 seconds. You can see now why it took 2 hours to clear about a metre the other day. Oh, good grief. No race. Dandelion. Right. That'll do for now. Oh. Despite sitting down. Yeah, that's done me up. Let me get her. Oh, dropped some. Right. Oh. Back to indoor jobs, I think. I don't want to go in. Okay, just to wrap things up, that's as far as I've got today. So I was where that white stuff was, so that's maybe another square metre and a half or so. Yeah, oh my goodness, there were so many teeny tiny bluebell bulbs, Spanish bluebell bulbs right down there, but yeah, I've done as good as I can. And like I said, once all the green stuff is out that I want to be out, I can then fork through and look more thoroughly for any little bits of root I left. Oh, and earlier, I'm such a dingbat, I was saying, oh look, I've got cosmos and it's about to flower. It is, of course, Nigella, love in a mist. Love in a mist, there we go. I used to grow it in my allotment. So yeah, I'm happy to see it here. Oh, someone's getting noisy over there. It self-seeds really freely, so if there's too much, I just pull it out. And once you have Nigella in your garden, or love in a mist, you're pretty much guaranteed it for all the years to come. That one's not quite so far along as those little ones there. Oh, and this, now, it looks like it wants to be some sort of allium. I don't know, but I've left it in for now because, yeah, that looks like an allium head. Oh, hang on, light issues. That looks like it's going to burst into some sort of allium head. And, hang on, I haven't smelt the leaves. No, they don't smell oniony. But, oh, look, you see, now I'm down here again. I can see, and you can see how tiny these bulbs can be. Look, this is blue, but look, more. Oh, for goodness sakes, tiny, tiny, tiny. Look at the size of that one. Oh, anyway, that's another good session today. So that's another 2 hours. I reckon the rest of this, because I'm going to be careful around the Nigella, I reckon that's another 2, 4, maybe 6 hours. And that's before I start. Oh, good grief. I mean, it looks like a lawn, doesn't it? There's so much. Yeah, that's another day. Don't think about it today, Vivi, otherwise you'll get daunted. Just think about the bed, and then I'll move onto the wall, and then the patio, and yeah, there's a lot to get out over here. Oh, is that another Nigella? It jolly well might be, you know, with a little bit of alyssum next to it. Alyssum is a sweet little flower too, which again prolifically self-seeds. In fact, the majority of that low-lying stuff over there is alyssum. I might leave some in. And lastly, don't forget, ladies and gents, where should the gate sign go? Should it go top or bolt? That's your options, top or bolt. Oh, fab. You know what? I know earlier on there were a couple of moments I was getting a bit discombobulated because the camera wouldn't let me, after I'd filmed in my bedroom just getting my socks on. Oh, I want to put these bulbs down somewhere. Yeah, after I got my socks on, oh la la, let's just go back in the shade a second. It's so lovely here. Oh, next to my new favourites. Yeah, after I got my socks on indoors, we're not going to get any glare, are we? Came out, sorry, I filmed the back door, came out to film the camera wouldn't work. It just kept saying error, turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off. So that discombobulated me, and I think just that whole morning of phone calls and going around in circles got me all, not ratty as such, but just got me a little bit like, oh, I don't want to be doing this, I want to be outside. So, you know, coming out here for, I've probably been out here now for 2.5, 3 hours or so in total, has fixed me. Yay, my garden fix has fixed me. So now I can go back indoors and do my work. I can't remember what I'm doing. I think I've got shop stuff to do. Anyway, doesn't matter. The garden has fixed me. Yay. So, please all look after yourselves until I next see you. And if you're having one of those days like me, and if you can, because you've got a back garden and you don't have to walk all the way to an allotment, yeah, if you're having a moment, just step outside and let the garden fix you. Happy days. I'll see you all again really soon. Until then, cheerio from me and my little seaside cottage garden.